Good afternoon, ladies. I am bringing you live Mia Miller, our Pinterest guru who's going to teach you so much about Pinterest. So, if you don't know Mia Miller yet, she is from this, well, not from, but she lives in Colorado. So, I'm sure she's having amazing weather right now compared to us in Texas, where it's a little hot. But she is a brand and business strategist and founder of Your Biz Aligned. And so she combines branding, business, and systems that are savvy with Pinterest marketing. And so if you remember before, I put some statistics out there about Pinterest and why you may want to consider it for your business, especially if that is where your ideal client is hanging out. But I am no guru, so Mia is going to tell you exactly how you can benefit from using Pinterest. So if you don't mind dropping a few emojis to say hello to Mia. Hey Mia, thank you for being here.
Hi, thanks for having me, Vanessa. Happy to be here. Yes, the weather is nice here.
I
But yeah, thank you for the warm welcome, and it's great to be here.
Great. Well, yes, thank you. And I'm so excited about this topic. And just a little side note for people that know Yolanda, just recently, a couple weeks ago, Yolanda Boyerin was in our group teaching us about a new moon ritual. And so I actually got introduced to Mia through Yolanda. So I love how the world works, the universe connects. But okay, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to let you take over.
Awesome, awesome. Yes, so Pinterest, ladies. So I don't know how many of you use Pinterest personally or have dabbled with it in any way, but it is a great place to find information. And in today's society, we are information hungry, right? And the beautiful thing about Pinterest is that people go there looking for stuff. Like, where do you go when you want recipes? Where do you go when you want to learn how to reorganize? Where do you go when you want to look up how to do something? It's it's Pinterest. It's kind of like Google, right? You would do the same thing for Google. And the beautiful thing and what sets Pinterest apart, um, it's not social media, even though people group it in social media. It's not social media. It's more like Google than, say, Facebook or Instagram. So when you go to Facebook or Instagram, what do? You go over there and you scroll and you kind of see what you land on. You see what maybe one of your friends is doing, or you'll pop into a group and you will, see what the group leader is talking about. But you're not there necessarily looking for like solutions to a problem or answers to a direct question. You would go to Google or Pinterest, right? Pinterest is just the visual, the image driven, kind of like a doppelganger to Google. And so if your business provides solutions to problems, then your business, you consider getting your information on Pinterest and making it available for people to find, so that when they're looking for your solution, they ask their question and your content pops up, and who is, giving them the next steps to take their solutions and to work with you and to take them through your customer journey that you have prepared for them. So if you see me looking at my notes, I just want to make sure that I don't miss anything. But like I said, Pinterest is more of a search engine. It is a search and discovery platform. So unlike on social, where maybe you just go to scroll, you're just looking to see what you can see. People on social media in general, like, it's a look at me vibe. It's a, look what I can, look what I have to offer, look what I've been doing, look at my photos. And people are looking at you. Whereas on Pinterest, people go there to look for you. They're looking for something. And so that the whole energy shift is very important there. And so say you have your information on Pinterest, you have your pins up, someone clicks your pin, they're taken off of that platform and onto your website because they're interested in what you have to offer. So that automatically means that that lead that has come from Pinterest is higher quality, right? It's not like it's someone who has just kind of stumbled across what you have to offer, right? They have actually searched it out and they're like, that one, I want to click on your pin because I want to know what you have to say. So as they go through the customer journey, through the whole process, that lead is going to be higher quality because they're already honed in on what you have to offer, on what you are providing, versus them just kind of browsing, like, and not wanting anything in particular. So one benefit of Pinterest is that, it's higher quality. And then in addition, so you have the higher quality lead, that means that the conversion rate's going to be higher too, right? So they're interested in you. They're going to be more likely to read your content, more likely to say, I want to know more and get onto your email list, or say, I want to know more and join your Facebook group, or join or listen to your podcast. So they're more likely to take that next step. Yes, Vanessa, definitely higher quality leads. You're not just the net is just a lot more specific and more narrow, that the net's not so wide, so you're not getting a lot of noise. You're getting way more specific leads. And so another beautiful thing about Pinterest is the content life cycle. I mean, how many times have you posted on Facebook or Insta, in groups or wherever, and I'm telling you, like an hour later, like that post, good luck finding it. It just got buried by the cool memes, the cat videos, the baby goats fainting, all of that. It's just, and where is that information? Like, you work so hard to curate really valuable content for your audience. Like, they need to see it. And if you post it out on Facebook and Instagram, it's going to get lost. It's going to get lost in the ether. And so let me give you some stats here. So Twitter, the content life cycle is 15 to 20 minutes. Facebook, the content life cycle is 5 to 6 hours. Instagram, up to 48 hours, 24 hours for stories because those disappear then. LinkedIn is 24 hours. And Pinterest, 3 months minimum to a year plus if you have your keywords in there and everything is optimized on the Pinterest side. So we're going from hours to like a year. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And on top of that, there's like this snowball effect that happens with Pinterest. So the more someone clicks on your pin and they save it, the higher your pin goes in the algorithm. And then that pin is shown to more people who click. And then your content goes even higher. And then more people click because it's seen by more and more people. So not only are you searchable for months and years, but when you have content that's being clicked on, Pinterest keeps showing that content to more people who are interested in what you are providing information wise. So that's where you get like viral pins and so on and so forth. So that snowball effect is something that you don't really get on other platforms. And so another great thing, I mentioned that Pinterest and Google are kind of connected. Well, Pinterest will, it translates to Google search. So when you rank on Pinterest, that allows you to rank on Google as well. Like, think about when you search on Google, a lot of times, like, you'll just get straight to the website when you look for something. But a lot of times what comes up first, you get YouTube videos and you get Pinterest articles. So articles that were pinned to Pinterest, and then it goes through Pinterest. So Pinterest is like the number 3, maybe the number 4, it toggles back and forth, refer of search engine traffic. I mean, it's way up there. So if putting your content on Pinterest does double duty basically and allows you to rank on Google, like that's a 2-for-1. You can't beat that. And that's long-term searchability, long-term, availability of your solutions to people who are looking for that. And so Vanessa said earlier, you might want to get on Pinterest if your ideal client is there. Well, let's talk about that. Yeah, Cindy, learning how to use it is, it is a really good skill for online business. Why not? But client-wise, like, is your client on Pinterest? Probably. So 71% of Pinterest users are females. So if your audience is female, she's going to be on Pinterest. And then to make things even better, like the statistic is half of Pinterest users earn $50,000 or more per year, but then 10% of those people make $125,000 a year or more. So not only are your clients waiting for you, those leads waiting for you on Pinterest, looking for solutions to problems, they have money to spend to get the solutions to those problems. So how do you start? What should I do first? I will get to that at the end. Thank you for asking. I will let you know. I'll hook you up. Just hang with me here. So another beautiful thing about Pinterest is that the market is not saturated yet. Now, I don't know how long you guys have been on social, but I don't know if you remember the wild, wild west. Even wilder than nowadays, the Facebook and Instagram, where there wasn't like this really crazy algorithm that makes you kind of pay to play, if you know what I mean. Like you could post something and it's seen and it'll get to the top of the thread, or you can repost. It was like time. It was based on time, and there wasn't a lot of people in business there. And so if you were one of the early adopters of marketing your business on Facebook and Instagram, then you benefited immensely with larger followings, and so you have a naturally bigger audience now. Whereas people who are trying to get into that marketing sphere now, it's an uphill climb because they have so many things against them because they weren't early adopters, and now they're pressured to buy the ads, and they're pressured to post all the time and trying to trick the algorithm. Whereas the early adopters, they got their audience set up early, and so now they're reaping the benefits. Well, Pinterest is kind of like that too. Only 28% of marketers are using Pinterest to market right now. So it's a wide open market to get in now and be an early adopter before it becomes too saturated, and before it becomes, they decide to turn it into like a pay to play sort of playground like Facebook is now. So getting in early is a good thing. Yes, Cindy, you want to put your products? Yes, you can put your products on Pinterest as well. Pinterest and Etsy link, I believe, too. And so, yeah, when you put your products on, there's a whole method to the madness with that. But yes, products, services, solutions. If that solution's a product, you want to pin that. You want to pin about that. If that solution is your information that leads to your coaching or your courses, then you post about that. And so Pinterest, on top of just all these beautiful benefits that I've talked about, it helps you to create better content for the content creators out there. It has robust analytics. I know that you can run ads on Pinterest as well. Those are called promoted pins. You can do it or you cannot, but Pinterest, you will still get the same amount of exposure. Pinterest does not penalize you for not making your pins into ads. But the thing is, the analytics are so robust. So you can like, it gives you information, like, if you run a Facebook ad, you think Facebook knows you, right? You're like, you see all these ads based on something that you just looked at. that, right? You're like, how did, no, it's because they're collecting all this data on you, right? Well, Pinterest has even more data that they collect and distill. So when you put your business on Pinterest and you have a Pinterest for Business account, Pinterest will track which pins are getting the most traction, like the behavior of the people who are clicking on your content. So that provides you with information on what content is doing well, what designs for your pins are doing well because it is visual. And so you can tweak your visuals based on the feedback from the analytics that you get. You can see what's trending as far as generalized topics on Pinterest as a whole. And if that fits with your business, you can create content that goes with that. So that's going to give you more people, more of an audience because it's a trending topic. But Pinterest helps you to create better content because you get the feedback of what are people vibing with, what are people wanting to hear more about, and then you can make more of that content and get more leads and give people the answers that they're looking for, right? So the analytics are top notch in that respect. And it's just a really great way to diversify your content. So if you're already making blogs, blogs are beautiful. Blogs are like one of the first things that were on Pinterest. If you do podcasting, podcasts are just audio blogs, right? So podcasts work well with Pinterest. Even if you do if you don't necessarily have a blog now, but you find yourself making pretty long form posts on Instagram or Facebook, those can serve as your blog as well. Um, Videos, if you have a YouTube, you can cross promote your YouTube on Pinterest. So there are just so many opportunities to grow your business and to diversify, the way that you market your content without doing more work. So, I mean, it's a no-brainer in that respect. So that's going to give you more time to create more content that your people want to hear about. It's going to give you more reach for your business. So you're reaching people who are actually looking for the solutions that you have to offer. And then on top of that, you're going to have more space, just more space in your business and your thoughts to create in an aligned way, more space to serve the clients that you already have, and just more space to breathe. And that way you don't burn out. So yeah, wow, it is. Pinterest is very, very powerful. So that's basically it in a nutshell. Pinterest is awesome. So yeah, you want to learn how to use it. How do you start? What should I do first? Well, the first thing you want to start with is creating a Pinterest for Business account. I don't know if you already have Pinterest. You can do a personal account or a business account. You want to use a business account because that business account is what allows you, what provides you access to those analytics that you want to have so that you know what's working and what's not. And yes, Vanessa, the best photos, the photos that work best on Pinterest are a 2:3 ratio, so long pins, and you want to have a text overlay. Think of it as kind of your, like a blog title, maybe a little bit closer, something that's going to entice the viewer to click and say, yep, that's exactly what I was looking for. Click, and then they get to your information. So interesting business account. What do you mean by that, Cindy? Can you expound on that? Yes, back in the day, it used to be invite only, and Pinterest has grown and changed a lot. But yes, it went from invite only to all bloggers, and then to just recipes and maybe like home improvement stuff. But now businesses are on there, coaching businesses, products, just problem solvers, solutions, are on Pinterest, and that's where people are looking for them. So yeah, you want to start a Pinterest for Business account, and then you have your content, your written content or your audio content or your video content. And what you do is you go into a platform like Canva. Canva has free Pinterest ratio like templates. You can use one of those, or you can make your own. You find a photo that you like, and you do your text overlay, something that makes the viewer want to click, something that enticing, but you know, you don't want to do clickbait, but you want to make it enticing. And then that image, you upload it. You can use a scheduler such as Tailwind, or you can upload to Pinterest directly. You upload that image, you write a description for that goes along with the image that kind of gives you an intro to the content that is on the other side of that click. So that would be like an intro to your video, your podcast, or your blog, just something short and sweet. And then the link to the content that you're sharing. And it's as simple as that, but not that simple. There's a lot more that goes into it, but that's it in a nutshell. And that is what I do for my clients. You know, I do done for you completely, where you just do your content and I create all the images, and I make your schedule and post everything out. Or I also have a service where I will set your business account up for you and then teach you hands-on how to handle it from there, and then you can do things on your own. So those are the two things that I do for my clients as far as Pinterest marketing is concerned. Vanessa, I know you can connect IG. Doesn't mean to post simultaneous to IG when you promote when you post a pin. It is it's actually the opposite. It's when they are connected. You can claim your Instagram account, but you can set it up for Instagram posts to automatically be posted to Pinterest, not the other way around. I'm not sure. People that I've talked to, and in my personal experience, it doesn't really do much for you. Instagram and Pinterest are two, even though they're both visual, they have very different reasons. Instagram is a great awareness platform, whereas Pinterest is more of a solution platform. And then also the only other thing is, as far as like Instagram going directly to Pinterest, is the ratio of your image. Instagram has the square images, where Pinterest algorithm prefers and the 2 to 3 long form. So some people try it, but in my experience, and in an experience of many others that I've talked to, doing it that way does not work well. But you can take a juicy Instagram post and create a long pin image for it, and then link the pin back to that Instagram post. That works as well. Let's see. Cindy, if I had only a personal one and couldn't figure out how to put my stuff on there. Yeah, there. I could show you if you want to get in contact with me later, but the most efficient way to do it, honestly, is to use a scheduler like Tailwind. Tailwind is the Pinterest scheduler of choice. Pinterest and Tailwind are completely in cahoots, and so they work really well together. And so it's easy to just get that pin uploaded in Tailwind and then pin to your Pinterest that way, Cindy. So I found that to be a lot easier, because Pinterest is going through some changes, and they've changed where you click to upload stuff. But generally, there should be a plus sign in the upper right where it allows you to add a pin, and then you can just go from there. Yes, Cindy, it can get crazy. I mean, just like Facebook changes the way things look, and you're like, where are my settings? Pinterest goes through that as well, because like I said, they're growing. So now's a good time to be one of the earlier adopters for using it for your business. A long Pinterest pin. I mean, a long pin as far as like the ratio of the image. So 1,000 pixels by 1,500 pixels versus Instagram is 1080 by 1080 square. So that's what I mean by long. So it's like a long rectangle. When you go on Pinterest, most of the images are long rectangle in dimension. That's what I mean by long. So when you go to Pinterest, you just look at the pictures. So when you look at the pictures, I mean, people do go there to pass the time too, but that search bar is used heavily. So what kind of things do you look for? Facebook user, I don't see your name. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. So if you have any more questions, go ahead and post those. The pixels. So you want a ratio of 2:3. 1,000 pixels by 1,500 pixels works really well. So if you use Canva, you can pop those in. But as long as it's a 2:3 ratio, that makes that long dimension, that long rectangular shape. That's what's preferred by Pinterest. Yes, Canva does have the settings for pins already. Yep. So if you went to Canva and clicked on the pin image templates, those templates are already optimized in that 2:3 ratio. Yeah, I hope that helps. But any more questions? Any more questions? So I do have a couple more spots open for done for you, completely done for you services. I have about 3 more spots open for that, but I am also taking clients for one-on-one Pinterest instruction. And like I said, that's where I set it all up for you. And then I teach you how to maintain it on your own from that point forward. So I get your keywords optimized, the SEO set up, and I make sure that you have good image templates and stuff like that. And I just make sure everything's set up, and then I take you through everything that I've done, take you through your whole account, show you how to use Pinterest for your business specifically. And that way you can maintain it from that point forward and pin what you want to pin on your own. So I do have those 2 options available. And if you want to get more info on that, you can go to my site. It is yourbizaligned.com. I don't know if Vanessa, I don't see a place where I can put that in there, but that is where all my info is. And you can find me there. And you can also find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook group, and that is facebook.com/groups/yourbizaligned. And then you can just find me if you want to friend me, hit me up. I'm taking friends. I love more friends. I'm on Facebook as Mia R. Miller. So yeah, that's it. Thank you, Vanessa. Yes, yourbizaligned.com.
Thank you for being here. I learned so much. It's crazy. I'm like, I didn't, you gave me a lot of light bulb moments. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I'm going to, I put your website on there, and then I'll go ahead and put your Instagram. So if people want to reach you, they can just click on it and then reach you. And so thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. You just
Thanks for having me.
Okay. No problem. I'm going to end the broadcast.
All right.